couple months ago, a friend and I were going out to lunch by our school. I happened to notice a man asking for money outside of the restaurant that we had planned on going into. I hesitantly walked up to him, feeling God calling me to do this, and said, "Sir, would you like to have lunch with us?" At first he responded, "No, that's okay," but after a little bit of insistence on my part, he said yes. We invited him inside the restaurant, and he quickly started to go to the back, to which I asked, where are you going? You're going to sit and eat with us." So he did, reluctantly, and we started to talk, and he said, "Well, I'm going to get my food to go. I'm going to share it with a friend." And I said, "Well, just bring your friend with you, and he can have lunch with us too." After being very concerned that, two college kids, he was taking up a lot of our time and money, I quickly assured him that everything was fine and that I trusted that him and his friend would be able to enjoy a nice meal and the four of us could enjoy each other's company. So he brought his friend over and we ended up having a good time talking and laughing and getting to know each other. When the bill came, he quickly broke down and got very emotional and explained to me that this isn't normal for him and he's normally the one buying food for other people, to which I quickly responded, "It's none of my business what you normally do or don't normally do. All I know is that I felt God calling me to do something nice for someone else, and that's how I felt like I should serve you today." After we had our meal and a nice long conversation, we all went on our way, but I do sometimes, occasionally, see the same man standing outside and wish him well and again pay for his meal. After this experience, my friend that was with me, said something that I had never really heard before. She said, "Why did you do that? I've never seen anybody do that before. Normally when people are asking for money, I just walk right by them or don't give them a second thought," but I told her that's just how I was raised and that's what I believe that Jesus wants us to do. He wants us to go out and be disciples and go out and serve others.
The two main commands Jesus gives in the Bible are go and make disciples and love your neighbor as yourself. Go and love. In order to go and show love, well, we have to go. One of the reasons Deja was finally brave enough to go and invite the man to lunch is because she is in community with others who encourage and challenge her to respond to the promptings of God. See, we are all created to do the will of God. Sometimes we need a little extra outside push to remind us to do it, even if we're nervous. Jesus spent time alone with God. It is where he learned to listen and recognize the Father's voice and promptings. Jesus spent time with his disciples in community, where he encouraged them and they could share openly and authentically talk about questions that they had. And Jesus also stated he did not come to be served, but to serve. So he went out on his own to serve others and also served alongside of his community. Since all of these aspects were important to who Christ is, it is important to what Renewal is as a conference. As you walk into Renewal this April, know there will be time set aside for us to go and love. We will do it in confidence together and partner with God in his restoration story.